Welcome back to Upper Michigan Today, everybody. We're continuing our discussion of Marquette's 4th of July celebration, turning now to the parade, which of course is a huge piece of the 4th of July puzzle. We're here with the co-director of the parade planning committee, Jermey Bloomfield. Thanks a lot for joining the conversation today.
Hi guys, thank you for having me.
Yeah. So where are you at in terms of planning the parade? Let's say in the amount of floats that you've got going on. Is that already set and ready to go?
No, it's in progress. Yeah, so we're kind of like in the mad last stretch here. So the parade planning starts probably November of the year before. We start getting all the back work and stuff set, and now we're looking for float applicants.
Okay.
We've probably got about, I'll say 40 to 45 applicants that are going to be involved in the parade now. Our goal is to get about 75 to 80.
So you're like halfway there.
So halfway there.
Is that typical? Is that are you feeling pretty good about where you're at right now?
Yes. Yeah. As of last year, I think we probably had them 50 or 60 come in within the last week of the float applications. So I mean, we're ahead of the game right now. So I appreciate all the businesses and everybody being proactive on it. But yeah, we're doing good.
How do you determine the lineup? I've always wondered that. You know, separating the bands, separating the different businesses, not having like 2 banks in a row because they might just start fighting on the street. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a great question. I mean, that would be really exciting. But no, it does take some planning. That's why we ask float applicants to get their applications in relatively early. We typically set a deadline as of June 1st. We're going to stretch it to June 14th. Because we take a couple weeks to try to position everybody. We really don't want, you know, the roller derby behind some horses. And, yes, there can be some messy situations if we don't plan ahead. So yeah, we try to coordinate and just try to make it work for everybody so they can really show off their floats.
I've never thought about that before, the subtle art to planning the float.
Really? I think about
parade.
it. Every time I watch a parade, I think about it. Like, why did they put that one there? I wonder why that one's next.
I know, I've really never thought about it that way. But I mean, of course, there are some staple businesses and organizations that are there every year, some local dance teams. TV6 is always in the parade.
Appreciate it.
You know, politicians, you know, offices, that sort of thing. But you know, if a business is watching and they're looking to be a part of this year's 4th of July parade, what are the parameters? What do they need to know or do to be a part of the celebration?
Yeah, that's a great question. So first thing would be to submit a float application at marquette4th.com. There's a parade link where you can submit an online application. And then from there, I mean, our parameters are, you know, make it exciting. I mean, our goal is to have the most exciting parade around. So decorate floats and just be really, really creative. We actually give prizes to the best floats, 2 categories. There's nonprofits that will win monetary prizes, and then for businesses that we have a perpetual trophy that they can win. So their name goes on the trophy and they're, you know, commemorated forever that they were the winner of the parade. So last year was our first one, and our winner was Haggerty Construction and Design, and we're waiting to see who can step up their game and knock them off the throne.
And then what about the volunteers? Obviously, it takes a lot of people to put something like this together, from crowd control to street control to making sure the proper, you know, lineup is done. How many volunteers does it take, and what do you need this year?
That's a great question. I mean, we do get a lot of volunteers. The cadets from NMU, they help out a lot for crossing guard. We have a lot of volunteers that help out for being our judges for the parade floats, but we can always use more volunteers. I don't know that there's a set number in terms of how many we still need, but as anybody wants to volunteer, anybody wants to participate, please reach out. We'd be happy to have you, and we'll get you a spot and give you a good job to do.
Just go to that website as well?
Yeah, you can go to that website, or it's marquetteparade.com.
Okay, we'll put it on our website.
Yeah, we'll put it on our website.
Yep, we'll make it real easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you give an award for the best parade wave?
Parade wave? We do not.
Tia, have you been practicing?
All the time. I'm always going like this. When I scored the first run in my softball game the other day, I walked off the field like this. Thank you.
Yours is speedy. So mine was kind of slower.
I've been practicing.
Anyway, thank you so much for all the information, and appreciate you coming in. And the parade really is a huge undertaking. I'm always amazed by the amount of people that show up for that parade. I'm like, where did all these people come from?
Yeah,
And where do
awesome.
I park?
Yeah, and where do I park? What's the closest I can get? It's amazing. So, good. Thanks for all the work that you do.
Yeah, one last announcement.
Please.
So, I guess announcing it here for the first time.
Oh,
so this
oh,
is
we
going to
love
be.
it.
Yeah, so you said it earlier.
Breaking
We
news.
love first announcements. So. This is going to be the first year in a long time that we are going to start the parade off with a flyover. So we have two F-16s that are going to come and do a flyover at the beginning of the parade.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so really cool.
Oh.
And I'd like to thank all of our sponsors. The parade couldn't happen without all our sponsors. I'm not going to rattle them all off, but if you go to the Marquette 4th website, we've got them all listed there.
Perfect. Well, you heard it here first. There'll be, I love saying that. I know. There'll be a flyover this year for the 4th of July parade. Good stuff. And that's happening on the 4th at 2 o'clock?
2 o'clock.
Okay.
Awesome.
We'll get it on our calendar. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we want to have one more segment here this morning, and we are going to turn our attention now to First Lady Jill Biden's visit to the Upper Peninsula. Talk a little bit about what our afternoon is going to entail regarding that. We'll be right back.